Well, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're not sick, but I know some people are. I hope you're not hurting either, but I know some people are. If we don't know about that, if you're sick or hurting, please let us know. We want to know about it. We want to be lifting your name up before our Father in heaven. It's such a blessing to be able to do that. And we need to remember that the one to whom we pray is powerful. Tonight is going to be one of those shorter lessons because I would like us to read a book on our own from the New Testament and to think about it. Not just any book. I'll give you the book. But if you want to read another book besides this book, go for it. If you want to read both, even better, right? The book I want us to read about is probably one that you haven't read in a while. Maybe I shouldn't assume that. I know that's certainly the case with me. Why is that the case? Well, a number of reasons, I guess. It's just surprisingly, it's one of the shorter books in the New Testament. So you would think that it would be one of the most read books in the New Testament, but it's just not. It's the book of Philemon. Now, the book of Philemon is a beautiful story. It's a story where we see love demonstrated in a true way, true love. It's also a beautiful story of reconciliation. To go a bit further, it's a story that really shows us the power of Jesus Christ, specifically the power that Jesus has in tearing down social and cultural boundaries, right? Jesus is the great equalizer. Everybody is the same. Everybody is one in Christ Jesus. Paul reminds us about that a lot. I want us to read through the book of Philemon tonight. It's only 25 verses. Won't take long at all. First and foremost, I want us to think about Jesus. I want us to think about His power, and His grace, and His mercy. But I also want us to think about our relationships with our brothers and sisters in Christ. Because Paul asked Philemon to do something good. And he asked Philemon to do something good on his own. He doesn't want him to do it from compulsion, even though Paul, we'll read, has that right to ask that of him. I want us to think about our relationships with our brothers and sisters. And I want us to think about how we treat our brothers and sisters. If we're being honest with ourselves, maybe sometimes we don't treat our brothers and sisters like we should. But then I want us to think about the oneness that we have with one another because of Jesus Christ and the implications that has for our life. How ought we to treat one another when people are quick to do things to us that we aren't fans of, we don't like? How do we respond? Hopefully we respond with the grace, the mercy, and the love of Jesus Christ. We respond in the same way, with the same response, I guess I should say, that was shown to us. The book of Philemon is only 25 verses, but let me tell you something. The book is powerful. It deserves our attention, and it deserves our thoughts. So read through the book of Philemon tonight. Jot some notes down. And then spend some time in prayer, and we will pick back up next Wednesday night in the book of Romans. We didn't get far last week, so I need to get further in the in-person class tonight so we can actually have something to talk about online next week. So I hope you have a great rest of the week. God bless.